Welcome back to the Ballerz World Live. I'm just playing. Welcome back to Ballerz World Live. This is your host, James Ship. Rod, you have something you want to go ahead and shout out to everybody?
Yeah, we're here in segment C, and we want to actually acknowledge the LA VIP agent, the #1 real estate, sports, and entertainment agency that's going to be sponsoring this segment, and we're going to dive in
#1
for segment C with Mr. Ball. Alexis, here we go.
We got to talk playoffs. Who you got? We just got to talk playoffs. Who you got? I got to know who you're taking.
Cleveland's going to win it.
Wait, tell me you're a Cleveland fan because, or you think they're going to take it?
I'm not even a Cleveland fan.
I thought we were here, man. I thought we were here.
LeBron James. I'm going to take the bigger, stronger guy all the time.
All day.
I knew we had something.
I'm going to take the bigger, stronger guy all the time.
But he's been sick the last couple games, and he hasn't been feeling too well.
Well,
that was his excuse.
Even him on the bed there, that boy monster. He's still 266.
See,
that's right.
I knew
He's
Lavar
still
and I.
260.
We saw eye to eye. I knew it.
Yes.
Now, how will LeBron match up with the young Lavar?
Man, the young LeBron versus the young Lavar,
That's
or the
right.
LeBron right now versus young
young LeBron versus the young Lavar. Same age.
He couldn't touch me.
Okay.
I just got derailed, man. I got derailed. I'd get up in that league. I would have did some damage, man.
You
I got
messing around
derailed. I
football.
had to do some football stuff and got back. Hey, with my weight and speed and the way I jumped and run.
You had a 40-inch vertical back in the day, right?
40 plus.
I
didn't jump. I just hovered in the air.
You was the original hang time.
Man, hang time.
It's like BBB. They're hovering over everyone.
I'm telling you.
The lane, there's no lane.
Just
There
not
is
got
no
it.
lane.
Didn't get with the right coach and the right situation.
Yeah.
To make me go to that next level.
Yeah.
You know, and you just got to be at the right place in the right time.
Yeah.
You do.
And you got to have a coach believe in you and just let you loose.
Yeah, those things do have to line up.
they gotta line
it's
up,
important
man.
because we see a lot of players that have had talent and have gone to the wrong teams.
Gone to the wrong
have
teams.
been coached by terrible coaches.
Yeah.
But if you have a coach that really believes in what you do and let you do it your way.
That's right.
It's
That's the best.
Certain coaches let players that good, they don't coach them.
Yeah. Right.
They just guide them.
Right.
But they let them have freedom.
And that kind of brings me to the next part I wanted to talk about, AAU sports, because we've had a couple of greats on here, Byron Scott, Jim Jackson, and they've all spoke about how the AAU system has kind of destroyed basketball as it currently is. You know, kids just running up and down the court, acting a fool, no fundamentals. What's your take on that? How do you feel about that?
Well, you can't blame.
You train, because you coached and trained your kids
for the AAU, but you know what? Everybody is different, and so when stuff goes wrong, people always want to point the finger somewhere besides them.
Yeah.
Because like AAU, you know what? That's the best thing out. Because if you don't take a kid who probably doesn't have a father running the streets acting wild, let's bring him to the AAU and say, at least you got something to do every week in summer.
Yeah, that's positive.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let these kids run free and then watch what happens. Then you're going to be mad. So where's the AAU at?
Yeah.
At least it's keeping some of these kids that's cold. They can play the sport. They just have no guidance.
That's correct.
And that coach becomes kind of like a father figure of some sort on the fact that they have structure like, oh, okay, we're going to practice these days and we got games. We're going to fly over here. But an idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think your kids benefited from the culture? You know, being able
they
to be under
benefited because I was coaching
your tutelage, your tutelage specifically.
Because nobody's going to let 11-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 14-year-old play 17U open division.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to take all three of my boys on. They'll be like, hey, Lonzo, we'll take you.
Yeah.
The other one's got time.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's how they develop into the players they are.
Well,
because I don't have 12 different AAU teams, and whoever makes it to the league, that's my guy.
That's right.
I worry about the little 5 or 7 guys that I got, and hopefully at the end of this little journey, they all got a scholarship.
Correct. Well, it seems like, since the time you've been handling them and coaching them, it's been strategy. Before it was popular, I watched tape. I've read about how you taught Melo how to shoot basically damn near from half court.
Yes.
And most people say, well, why are you doing that? Well, stretch the defense, creates driving lanes, allows him to be more effective if the guys are going to get up close on him, then he can get in the lane and create havoc.
I think this is it. Any shot that you practice is a good shot. You practice
as long as you can make it.
If you practice shooting from half court, but hey, here's a philosophy on a good shooter. What's your idea of a good shooter? Why you say he's a good shooter?
Ball goes through the net.
Okay, but it ain't going to go through all the time.
That's
Tell
true.
me this. Are you going to take a guy who never wins and shoots 9 out of 10 every time he plays? He shoots 9 out of 10 3-pointers and makes them, but they never win. But you got this other guy who makes 2 out of 10, and he's in the playoffs and win championships,
Clutch.
but he always makes those last two.
Making big shots.
The other guy's a better shooter.
Yeah.
So you say I judge him on who makes that shot at that particular time.
Yep.
So you're not looking at the stats
I'm
necessarily.
not looking at
You're
those
the
stats.
results.
Like I always tell my boys, this is why you got to have this conscience to shoot like that.
Correct.
All three of them can shoot the
Confidence.
heck of the ball.
Yeah.
But not one of them shoot the same way. I must be a hell of a trainer.
I got to give you that. That's
now,
for sure.
You must be a hell of a trainer. And here's my question now. Obviously, you've done a great job with your three. Have you worked with any other kids outside of your three sons, whether through the team or
yes.
And
I work
that you could give
basically
some
on my
shine to
AAU
later?
team, and even in the high school teams, I work with everybody on the team.
Yeah. They're not just rebounding though.
They're
They're
not just-
like
they're not just
you're
rebounding.
working
I
on
mean,
boxing out.
Yes, some of them is different.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have every player is not the same, so you can't whenever you play this game, you can't have all 5 guys just trying to shoot the ball. You're not going. You got to have
It's
people
not going to work. They have to have
playing
roles.
certain positions,
That's
certain
right.
rules.
Yeah.
It's just like some of my guys that rebound,
Yeah.
that really rebound the ball. I tell them they can shoot from half court when they feel it's right. Because you got so many rebounds, it allows you to shoot anywhere you want.
Yeah.
But let's be good about it when you shoot. Don't wait till it's tied up, point
Yeah.
up. Now you want to
Well,
take
you
this
wanna
half court
jab.
shot.
That's right.
Let us be up 20, and then you shoot your half court shot.
I'd have court shot it every time.
Yes.
Every
Like
single
Jello,
time.
Good, it'd be fun.
but Jello doesn't shoot as much as Melo. Like he's pulling.
Jello
When it
shoots
gets
more than Melo.
Does he?
Yeah.
Long range shots is just short range in the paint.
Or just more,
it's
get
all
more
around.
shot. Yeah, because I see
When
you
they
in the
open, they
paint
shoot
getting
the ball.
shots. Yeah, okay.
And it's like this. If they hot, this is what I tell them about shooting. There's a percentage. You're going to shoot it. Eventually, you're going to come to that. So if you go through 2 weeks and you make it every 3-pointer, look at the next 2 months. You're going to come out to 40, 50%.
That's right.
You're going to miss for the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Right.
It's just like I was watching the series the other day, and they was talking about how good Kevin Love was shooting the first half. He was like 6 out of 7 or something like that. I said, wait till second half. He won't make not one.
Yep.
You know what? He didn't make not one. Caught up
Iced
to that
out.
percentage.
Yeah.
So I tell my boys it's always better to don't go 10 for 10 in the first half, then you lose.
Yeah.
Let's go 0 for 15 and make the last 3 for 4 and win.
Yeah. Well, what's your core philosophy? You know, you carry a lot of energy. You're smiling. You know,
Right.
you're positive. Even though you can be stern with your boys, but
Right.
what's the core philosophy behind when you're teaching and training players, specifically basketball?
When I'm teaching and training players, you just have to believe in who's ever guiding you.
Yeah.
And like they used to say, Lavar, do you push your boys to do? I don't push them to do nothing because that means resistance.
Correct.
But I'll lead them. That means they can turn off anytime they feel like it.
Yeah.
So I ain't got to push them to do nothing. Because if I got to push you, this ain't for you.
So you built them for that.
Hey, man, like the Bigballerbrand, we built for this. Everybody ain't built for this, and it's okay.
That's true. You're right.
You know,
Everybody's not built for
and that's
it.
why I tell everybody about the Bigballerbrand. It's not about having a lot of money and throwing money. You could be a big baller at whatever you do.
Correct.
And I just want you to understand it's a lifestyle of dedication and discipline.
So you wasn't isolating or trying to.
I'm not trying to
you
isolate
wasn't-
people
yeah.
say, oh, I'm a big baller. I'm the only one that can buy the shoe and this and that.
Exactly.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
My idea with that was saying, if you don't want to work hard and go get the shoe, then leave it alone. Because there's a way to do everything, but are you built for it? Are you going to do that to get it?
That's the
right
brand.
way. The right way. That's
Yeah.
what the brand is.
Yeah. Got
Man.
it.
That's amazing.
Man, LeVar,
You
man,
heard
when
it
you
here.
when you were coming on the show, I was like, I don't know, man. You done made me a fan, man. I'm thinking like, yo,
Look at James.
Yeah, like, yeah, I'm agreeing with what I said. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you can't get the shoe, then you better work hard to get the shoe. At first, I was like,
Hey.
500. But it makes sense, man.
It's quality.
You got that there. Look, I'm about to
quality.
be, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid and shit.
Now,
Stay in your lane.
right here.
Oh, shit.
You heard it here first. James, you something else, boy. I gotta
Listen,
tell you, you
listen.
something else.
But okay, here we go. Let's step away from that for a second. Now, for your kids who obviously are very talented in basketball, what are some interests that they have outside of basketball? What's some things that maybe I don't know, people don't ask. No one cares really, but we care. What else are they interested in? I know
Well-
Zoe can rap a
Yeah,
little
we
bit.
just
We
talked
talked
about
about
that. Yeah, we
last
talked
week.
about
They
that.
play PlayStation. Most of their stuff is centered around basketball. 'Cause you know what? Like I tell my
Ball
boys,
is life.
the key to life is not getting millions of dollars and making all this money. The key to life is having a passion for something. If you happen to get paid for it, you've won.
You won. All
Regardless
day.
how much
Right.
money you making.
Yeah.
Because after you done bought everything, what's left?
Yeah.
You done bought everything you wanted. Now what you got? You better have a passion for something.
Yeah.
But then I also told my boys this. It's always fun in the beginning, but it's pain in the end.
Yeah.
And I consider that as life. As like this is what's going on with my boys. You got to put a lot of work in and it's fun. The pain is going to hit when you're no longer playing the ball.
Yeah.
because you've been doing this all your life and you had this passion. So I keep telling them that so it don't hit them hard when it happens.
Right.
And my wife said the same thing. She said, what are you talking about? Fun in the beginning, pain. I said, we having a lot of fun, me and you. Yeah. The pain going to hit when one of us die.
Right. Yeah, and
that's just life.
That's
yeah.
life.
No,
You're right.
And I asked that question specifically because, like, for myself, I played basketball in college. And that was all I cared about for the first 20 years of my life was basketball. And then after a couple of injuries, it was I had to find my plan B. And I was all about no plan B, just stay with plan A.
I'm the same way.
So
stay. Your plan B is to make plan A work.
Right.
Now, if it don't, then we'll deal with it.
Right.
Because you don't want to be. Everybody used to come up with this thing and say, well, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, how we going to get there? We got to go back and get the other ones that we left over here.
Exactly.
I'm going to put them all in one. I'm going to put 100% in. I'm not going to put 80% and 20% for a fallback plan. Yeah. Then you're going to come up 20% short. Yep. So let's just go 100 in and let the chips land where they may.
Fall where they may.
And then if that doesn't work, it changes where you say, oh, are you built for this to go do something else now? And that's where you don't start doing stuff before it happens. Stay with it until it happens, and then when you figure it out, it's not that way, and then you go a different route.
Right. Yeah. So you got all your eggs in the Lakers basket. What happens if you end up? What happens if you end up in the Celtics basket?
I ain't gonna end up in no Celtics basket. That basket green. We in the purple and gold.
That's right.
I said Lonzo will be a Laker, and I'm gonna speak it into existence, man.
Right.
I appreciate I'm gonna keep speaking that.
I want to talk about that when we come back from break.
Okay.
We got to go to break, but I definitely want to talk about speaking in existence because you live it and your kids live it. So when we come back, we're gonna dive into that. We'll be right back.
That's fine.